NFC South Roundtable. Welcome in to my first round mock draft for the NFC South. I went into a mock draft simulator and I picked somebody for the Carolina Panthers, the New Orleans Saints, the Atlanta Falcons, and of course, your Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And I wanted to give you guys this mock draft so you guys could let me know in the comment section how you feel about my pick for your team. If you don't know who I am, my name is Richie, and I am a co-founder here at Roundtable Sports Network. I hope you guys enjoy the NFC South Roundtable this past season. It was an absolute joy to watch them grow together as content creators. We're excited to have them back this offseason and, of course, for next year. So make sure you guys subscribe to the NFC South Roundtable, and shout out to the creators here, the face of the Saints, Panthers, Falcons, Bucs here. We love it. And, of course, you guys that's watching this show all season long. We're excited for the offseason program to kick off right here. Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring the NFC South Roundtable. Much love to the BetUS, the sponsor, of course. Let's get straight into business and talk about the first pick I got, which is the Carolina Panthers. They are picking this year at pick number 8, okay? And I have your Carolina Panthers drafting Jalen Walker from Georgia. This is an interesting draft pick because I feel like there's going to be some people that's not going to align with this. But I feel like, in my opinion, if you're the Carolina Panthers, you got to go defense. Absolute got to go defense. Huge need for the Carolina Panthers. I'm actually a big fan of Bryce Young and Dave Canales. I feel like he's actually going to take a big step next year, and you have some pieces on offense, but on defense, it's a big, big issue. And I think Jalen Walker has so much versatility in his game that can come in there and be an immediate impact in year number 1, be somebody that can have upside as a pass rusher. You can even drop him back in coverage if you need to. He can do a lot of things, and I feel like he has that intangible that you need to succeed at the next level, to be a consistent pass rusher on third down, getting to the quarterback. In my opinion, the biggest strength to stopping an elite quarterback is the pass rush. You saw that with the Philadelphia Eagles in the Super Bowl, and the Carolina Panthers absolutely need a pass rusher. They have not had one in quite some time. I mean, Hassan Reddick, in that time, they had a good defensive line and all those, but right now, they don't. They need somebody off the edge, and I'm going to take Jalen Walker because he was the best player available at that position for Carolina. Now, let's get into the New Orleans Saints. This is going to be a flashy pick, and I love it. One of my favorite players in the entire draft, Tyler Warren, was available for the New Orleans Saints when I was on the clock for New Orleans with the 9th overall pick. I feel like this would be Kellen Moore's dream pick, in my opinion. Kellen Moore, the new head coach of the New Orleans Saints, offensive-minded, somebody that I think is going to utilize Tyler Warren as an absolute weapon. This guy can do everything. He can line up outside, line up in the slot, line up on the line of scrimmage like a tight end, even take snaps out of the backfield, out of the Wildcat. This is a dynamic weapon that can come in here right away and help Kellen Moore with this offense. And I know it may be, not worth it to get a tight end in your first ever pick as a head coach, but in my opinion, Tyler Warren is that unicorn where he can block, he can receive, he can do pretty much everything you need to do out of the tight end position and then some. I have so many interesting comparisons. I've heard people say he's like Jeremy Shockey. I've heard people say he's like Rob Gronkowski, which is one of the best tight ends. He can do it all. You talk about Brock Bowers last year coming out of the draft. He was more of a receiving threat. You saw what he did in year number 1. I feel like the tight end position has had a lot more value as the years goes on. And this is a pass attack league. They're keeping Derek Carr, it seems like. So I feel like this would be an absolute great pick for the New Orleans Saints, for Kellen Moore to build his offense, get a unique weapon to that team. I love Kellen Moore. I feel like he has a really good opportunity to go to New Orleans and establish a mindset running the football. And by the way, Tyler Warren will help you run the football. Okay, absolutely will help you run the football. That's going to be a big part of their identity, establishing a ground game, setting up the play action. You can utilize Tyler Warren all across that team. So you guys let me know, Saints fans, if you like that pick for the Saints. Now, as you all know, this show is being powered by BetUS. If you guys want to go over to BetUS Sportsbook, you can receive a 150% bonus on your first deposit, folks, up to $2,000, 125% on your next two. You can predict a lot of these prospects, where they are going to go. They have Ashton Genty odds. Where is he going to end up? All right. Where is he going to end up? What are the odds for any teams in the NFC South? Let's see. Raiders, Bears, Broncos. Doesn't seem like any of the NFC South teams are likely to land Genty. Plus 2,200 to go to the Saints. Yeah, very unlikely it seems. Travis Hunter, they have odds for Travis Hunter. I don't see any team in the NFC South able to draft him either. First overall pick odds. right? So if you guys want to go over there, they got a lot of 2025 bets. You can bet on all different sports. You can also bet on NFL season awards. So make sure you guys go check out that. All right. You can even bet on Kellen Moore to be coach of the year next year if you're feeling spicy, Saints fans, plus 2,000. So big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring the NFC South Roundtable. As always, folks, as always. All right. Let's get into the next pick I have for the Atlanta Falcons. This was an interesting one because the Atlanta Falcons can go in a lot of different directions, and history tells you they usually do not go this direction. But I feel like they should this year, and that is going off the edge with Mikael Williams, edge rusher from Georgia. This is a guy that's, I mean, listen, we drafted 2 players off the Georgia defense in this video. As you can tell, I may have a bias towards Georgia. Just kidding. I'm not a Georgia fan at all. I just want to make sure I'm not here. But hey, as an Atlanta Falcons fan, I'm sure you like to get people from Georgia, if I had to assume there. He has so much upside as a pass rusher, somebody that I feel like would absolutely plug into that defense. They need help. I feel like the pass rush has been an issue for Atlanta for a while. They traded for Matthew Judon, and there was no really big-time upgrade, in my opinion, when you look at their team. I mean, you look at the numbers last year for the Atlanta Falcons, they were 31st in sacks with 31 total, 13th in pressure rate at 26.9, and 27th in pass rush win rate at 34%. So obviously there's a concern with the Atlanta Falcons getting to the quarterback, and you got to be able to get to the QB, just like the Carolina Panthers getting Walker. I think the Falcons getting Williams would definitely be a big-time move for Atlanta. Now let's get into those division-winning Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got a flashy pick for you Buccaneers fans. Emeka Egbuka from Ohio State. I love this move for them. If Chris Godwin is not returning, I think this is an absolute no-brainer. Mike Evans is arguably one of the most underappreciated wide receivers of this generation. He's a Hall of Famer in my books. He's never not had a 1,000-yard season. And you need to get him a number 2 next to Mike Evans, excuse me. And you look at Chris Godwin coming off that unfortunate injury. Are the Buccaneers going to want to bring him back? I don't know, right? I think there's a chance that he may leave. You look at what Chris Godwin's about. I mean, he got injured in week number 7, and he's an undrafted free agent. There's a big chance that he is going to move on to a new team. And if the Buccaneers decide to do that, why not go after one of the best receivers in this entire draft class? At pick number 19, I really think this is a no-brainer for them, getting a big playmaker. Baker Mayfield has established himself as the franchise quarterback of the Buccaneers, and I feel like this would be a big-time addition to that offense, a high-powered offense. This team knows how to score points, and Egbuka is going to be able to help that out immensely. So, folks, that's my mock draft for the NFC South. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments section. Hit the like button. As always, we appreciate the support here on the NFC South Roundtable. And don't forget a big shout-out to BetUS Sportsbook for being the proud sponsor of the NFC South Roundtable. My name is Richie, and we appreciate all the support here on the channel, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace out, folks.